that?
Well, looking at, I watched more of this, you know, and in the context, I don't think he was saying, hey, we're starting all over from scratch or whatever like that. So in fairness, I don't think he was saying that. But here's the deal. He's right. It's not year 10, but it ain't year 1. It's year 9. All right. And that's Josh Allen's 9th year. And they are S-Bob. Period. Yeah. They were S-Bob, I mean, before this, but the moment Joe Brady signed his contract, the expectation is Super Bowl next year. This year coming up. Because every year, it's the same thing for Lamar and the Ravens. But every year, it's more so for the Bills for this reason. They've never won a Super Bowl. And they've been good and gotten to plenty and lost. We all know that. But every year they don't win it, it is going to ratchet the pressure up even more on Josh Allen and the Bills organization, including Joe Brady. So this is, I don't care. Nobody cares if they go 17-0. Nobody cares if Josh wins another MVP. If they end their season like they did this year, whatever round, it's going to be a big disappointment. So the pressure's on. Nobody wants to hear that, oh, it's the first year and all that stuff. They got to get it done.
Yeah, I just flatly don't buy this. I might buy it a little bit for Jesse Minter because he came in from the outside. He came in and you know what? We're going to have to start a bunch of things fresh. We're obviously going to have a lot of player turnover, staff turnover, all of it. I think I have been a little confused by some of Joe Brady's media stuff thus far. He, a couple days ago, was talking about Khalil Shakir. He's like, listen, that guy, the short version was he was saying he can do more than what he's done. He can play inside, outside, not just catch bubble screens, go downfield. Buddy, you were the offensive coordinator. Yeah. You were the one calling the plays. And so I'm not going to, prematurely judge it. And I do think there is something to be said for a team that's been as close as Buffalo to stick with continuity, to want to go with, hey, we needed a new voice, but we didn't need an overhaul. I think that might be smart. But it is, to me, just objectively inaccurate to be like, this is year 1. No one will look at it like that.
Okay. Oh, I am so excited for this conversation, Buffalo Bills fans. I am so excited for this conversation. Before I get started, please do not forget to subscribe and watch the full length of the video. When you guys do that, views go through the roof, subscribers go through the roof. And it's not about chasing views, chasing subscribers. It's about trying to create content that people genuinely want to watch, genuinely want to discuss, so I can keep creating the best possible Buffalo Bills content that I can. So please do consider subscribing. But yes, guys, you have to understand what he's saying here. You have to understand the tone that he's setting here. I don't understand what they don't understand at this point. Joe Brady is now the head coach. He's saying this is year 1. We are starting new. I don't care what happened in the years past. I don't care what happened in 2019, 2020, 21, 20. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about the years that happened when I was just the offensive coordinator. I am the head coach. This is year 1. This is year 1. This is not business as usual. We are redoing things. We are hitting the reset button. It starts today. I mean, listen, that's actually what they preach. It's even a saying, for like mental health and rehab facilities, as you guys know, that I worked at I was a counselor at a men's patient rehab facility. It starts today. It starts today. Today is year 1, and it's never too late to start again. No matter what it is, you messed up. You're angry today. You're depressed. You're sad. You made a terrible mistake. You start over today. Not tomorrow, not next year, not 5 years from now. You don't live in the past. You start over today. Get a huge fight with your girl, your boy, whatever, and you're like, man, I shouldn't have yelled. Don't wait until tomorrow. You hit the reset button today. Brand new, fresh, let's go. Year 1. That's the mentality. That's the culture. And he's embodying that. He's instilling that into the culture right now. And it's awesome. You got people like Nick R. This is what drives me crazy, because Nick Ray always talks about this. Oh, I think the scars of 2021, and he talked about this with the Denver Broncos. oh, I think the fact that they didn't win, I don't think they're ever going to get over it. And he said the same thing with Drake May and the New England Patriots. The scars. He's always talking about that. Everyone has scars, I guess, apparently. Except for Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs. Just got flawless skin. But now, if you want to not have any scars or anything like that, this is the approach. This is the mentality. I don't care what happened in 2023, 2025. I don't care about any of that. I don't care what happened 4 months ago. I don't care what happened 2 weeks ago. We are talking about today, right now. This is year one. And this is what I said. And Nick is saying, hey, buddy, you are the offensive coordinator. It is so different from when you're the head coach compared to the coordinator. So he's saying, oh, his takes are weird right now, or that it's different. And it's like, it's different when you're the coordinator, when you're the head coach. It is so different. Anyone who, and I've kind of talked about this before, I assume honestly that even people that have played sports growing up or anything like that, obviously if you played at a truly top level, but I would say the vast majority of people that played even just, intramurals and whatnot, they probably never had multiple coaches. At most, you had some sort of assistant coach, some dad who was you probably just didn't have multiple coaches. The vast majority of people would be my guess. If I'm wrong, let me know. But when you have an actual head coach and then you have multiple position coaches, it's just different. Even if that position coach has all the power over you, he doesn't have all the power. He doesn't have all the power. And so it's just different. Now, when that assistant coach becomes the head coach, it's so different. It's just completely different. I wish there was a non-sports, comp that I can connect it to. But I'm pretty good at coming up with that type of stuff, but I can't honestly right now because my comp is just playing sports and having multiple coaches and knowing that, how things are just different amongst coaches, right? When you have the main coach and you got the position coaches and whatnot and the assistant coaches, I can't think of a good analogy, honestly, or another good comp, but it's just different. It's different in every sense of the word. It's night and day. It's almost like it's year one because it is. That's how this works. And of course, the Buffalo Bills are ESB. Every great team, every great quarterback is Super Bowl or buzz. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all these teams are seemingly Super Bowl or bust. The Rams, the Eagles, the 49ers, everyone, the only teams that aren't are the Panthers, the Falcons, the teams that you really don't have, that you don't believe that they can win a Super Bowl. But any team that kind of has a sense of we can win a Super Bowl, then you are essentially by definition Super Bowl or bust. It's you better win a Super Bowl. If you don't, then this was a failure. The Rams, they did not win last year. That's seen as a failure. You only got a year, maybe two max with Matthew Stafford. Win. Right. The Eagles, you didn't win last year. You didn't even win a playoff game. Failure. Fired coaches, hired new ones. That's the way it works. So saying that the Buffalo Bills, it puts more pressure on them. It puts more pressure even on Patrick Mahomes at this point and Jalen Hurts. It really does. Think about the pressure that they put on Matthew Stafford. Oh, if you win this Super Bowl, then you'll be a Hall of Famer. If you don't, or if you win, you can be considered a top 10 quarterback of all time. If not, and it's oh man, talk about pressure on Matthew Stafford. And again, it's same every year that Patrick Mahomes doesn't win a Super Bowl. It's pressure on him because it's well, aren't you trying to chase Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts? Every time you don't win another Super Bowl, it's well, maybe that year was just a fluke. Are your better years past you now? Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe, and on we go. So, that pressure is always there. It's always there. I'm not going to act like it's not different degrees. Patrick Mahomes has obviously won multiple Super Bowls, right? So theoretically, he's going to have less pressure from a global pressure than a Josh Allen. I get that. But from the Chiefs organizational standpoint, from Patrick Mahomes' standpoint, it's that dude's trying to get to 7. He's trying to get to 8. They're trying to win. There's that pressure to win. Let's go. if you think Jalen Hurts doesn't have the pressure to win another Super Bowl, it's like, well, you don't know Philly. So the whole pressure conversation is always kind of like, well, pressure from where? From people like, Brew, you sitting at the desk saying they better win, or from the masses as a whole, from fans as a whole, from the media combined as a whole, like, which, how from me, from you, like from the comment section, like where is it coming from? But the fact that they don't understand this whole year one mentality, I find kind of surprising. I actually love it. I absolutely positively love it. This is exactly what I want to hear from a coach. And actually, when they were like saying, oh, continuity, maybe you need to go outside. This is essentially an outside mentality, but yet having inside experience, you realize that's awesome, right? You realize that's the best of both worlds. And again, I think it could be summed up as checks notes. This is year one. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills? Do you believe that this is year one? What's your mentality looking at this? How does this stuff land for you? Right? What does it mean to you? Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. So, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.